Hello, it's wine time on the patio, and today I'm going to be tasting a wine from Poca Terra Winery in Kentucky. So on Saturday we paid a visit to Poca Terra Winery. We actually visited 3 wineries in Kentucky that day, and Poca Terra is the newest winery. It's the first winery in Marshall County, Kentucky, and they have their own small vineyard, which is where Poca Terra comes from. It's Italian for small land. And they have a great story. Just to kind of synopsize the story, the great-grandfather of the owner immigrated from Italy, and once he started earning some money, one of the first things he purchased was a wine press. And the wine press is passed down in the family. They actually have a picture of it on their bottle. I don't know if you can see that. And they're using the same wine press to make their wine. So their small vineyard, they just grow the one grape, which is the Chambourcin grape. So when done in a dry style, the Chambourcin grape is most like a Pinot Noir, but it grows well in cooler climates. And it grows a lot in Pennsylvania, but all through our growing regions, so Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Missouri, you'll see a lot of Chambourcin. It grows better than the Pinot Noir does in our area. So they did a dry red, which is this one, the dry Chambourcin. We bought a bottle of that too. And then they had some different rosés. So this is the semi-sweet rosé. They also had an oaked rosé and a dry rosé. And then they have a Niagara, which is a white grape that they don't grow on the property. So the rest of it is all estate bottled, estate grown wines right there on their property. And then the Niagara they get from another source. So I'm going to do a little taste on this just to share with you a little bit about it. And so this is a rosé wine glass. You can see it kind of curves out like this. The idea of this is to put the wine right toward the tip of your tongue for rosés. It's the science behind the glass. So just pour a little of this. And like I said, this is the Chambourcin. Now on their bottle it says sweet, but I would call it a semi-sweet based on my tasting the other day. It's really nice. It's not sickeningly sweet like some people like that, but some rosé wines are really sweet, and they can be overpowering for people who like drier wines. So this is a nice in-between. It would go well with food as well. I've chilled mine because I like my rosé chilled. If you notice, this one is not chilled. This is my dry red, so I'll be probably drinking that at room temperature or just slightly off. I usually knock a little bit of that heat off by fridging it just for a few minutes. But anyway, so if you get a chance, you should really go check them out. They're doing only tastings by appointment because right now they're still working on their tasting room. So we did ours outdoors on a carport because it was raining, but they do them outdoors on their property, and it was a private tasting because we booked a time and went to do it with them. And so it's a really nice way to do it. They're just getting started out. And I think they've been open maybe for tastings just a couple of months. And so, of course, I'm sure this current situation is put a little bit of a damper on that. But certainly, if you want to enjoy their story, their history, their really great wines, I definitely recommend that you give Poca Terra a call and make an appointment to do a tasting. In the meantime, it is wine time on the patio. Cheers.